So a little over a week ago, we had Coinbase announcing their earnings, and they saw first quarter revenue beat Wall Street estimates. After Bitcoin rally leads to surge in profits. And this is the daily chart. This is earnings, and we saw a pop after the announcements. However, short term, we are still in a downtrend. Or one can say this is just a pullback because we just had an impulse move higher. But let me zoom out because it's good to put things into perspective. This is the monthly chart, and what we can see is that from the lows back in December of 2022, prices are up roughly fivefold. So how about them apples? One thing I want to point out, as price was forming a bottom, price did form an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and on the move higher, price formed actually two daily buy levels. So we're going to look at those in detail. All right, so you had a rallying price, basing candles, and then the rally out. And if you put a line right about here, you had the support and resistance traders playing this level multiple times, right? This was a false breakout to the downside because you had buyers who needed to get their unfilled buy orders filled, including institutions. This was where Kathy Woods loaded up. So typically, smart money will kind of keep price in a range until their orders are filled, until it's time to blast off higher. It's exactly what we got back in June of 2023, until price hit resistance. And we can see that if we scroll out to the weekly chart, right? Resistance, resistance. Typically what you do and see when you hit resistance, either price is going to break through and pull back to test it before it moves higher, or resistance is going to serve as a ceiling and knock price down. So this was the other buy level. You had a rallying price, basic candles, and the rally out. Now this one, as you can see, price kind of hovered in this zone for several months until what? It was time to move higher. Why? Because by this time, we were clearly in an uptrend. Impulse move, pullback, impulse move. Question is this going to be the pullback before the next impulse move higher, right? The previous pullback was also in a short-term downtrend line, right? Respecting. You have your moving averages. This is the 13 and the 26. Simple weekly moving average pointing up. So the probability is prices are going to move higher. Now, one thing I will note, of a rally, basic candle rally. So even if you get a close below this support resistance band, you're going to be met with buyers again at roughly $170. And where's the 200-day moving average at? Slowly moving higher, and eventually we'll be in this weekly buy level, which will then serve as dynamic support. So with the halving over, and in previous cycles we've seen price move a lot higher after the halving, after a couple of months of consolidation. I'm anticipating Coinbase eventually moving higher as well. and eventually testing all-time highs near that $400 level. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.